Hey YouTube, this is Zach with AchillesFinancial, and today I'm going to be talking about not just DraftKings, which is up on the screen, but the online sports betting industry in general. And this has been a hot topic, in particular over the past few videos, as well as we've talked about DraftKings in the past and done very well. As I continue to build positions in various different online sports betting industries, I'm starting to figure out, so what is the long-term strategy here? What is the growth potential? And I've been doing a lot of research so that you don't have to. So if you find this content helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. That being said, what we've got here on the screen is DraftKings. The reason why I'm picking DraftKings is because them, along with Penn National Gaming, represent two of the largest players in this space, as well as two of the more well-known players. I personally am building a position in DraftKings and will continue to do so until I have 100 shares. I'm doing the same thing with LCA, which is the SPAC that is taking on or Golden Nugget public, as well as, like we talked about yesterday on the channel, as well as we've been talking about in the Discord. I am looking at DYMD, which is going to be taking the company Genius Sports public through that SPAC. So there's a lot of SPACs plays out there, but there's a lot of advantages going forward. So one of the first things that I would highlight for DraftKings is I want to talk about some of the potential going forward. And you can see here on the screen that they've had a lot of volatility this year, going as high as $65, $64 and going as low, or even starting the year, under $10 a share. So there's a lot of movement in this company. There is a lot of back and forth, and I think that there is still a lot of upside. And you can see that even under some of the analyst reports, that there's a fair number of companies that have that $100 price range. So again, we don't have everyone saying, hey, it's going to go up, 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 but I think that there is a lot of catalyst, as well as I think that the fact that the company is capable of maintaining its current price means that the downside is limited. So this price target, again, a price target reflects the 12-month. You're looking at a lot of potential for what are we looking to do over the next 12 months. And I like the upside a lot more than I like the downside. However, recognizing that investing is a long-term game, I'm not necessarily worried if my shares were to go down to $39 a share. In fact, I would most likely buy more depending on the scenario at that point in time. So what am I looking at going forward? So I'm going to take us to a different screen and talk about that for a second. So here we are on ESPN.com, and I'm just going to showcase the sports betting bill tracker that they are utilizing for one of their articles that is showcasing the legalized sports betting. I want to highlight in this space, there is a difference between online gambling and online sports betting. Those are two different laws, and you need to make sure when you're looking at that information that you're aware of what states allow that information. So as you can see here on the screen, we are actually at record numbers of a total of 20 legalized sports betting states. Some of the big ones that have legalized this year include Pennsylvania. And so, or maybe not necessarily this year, but some of the bigger states where we're seeing some of these bigger companies. But there are more that are coming. We actually just saw a recent bill passed in a number of the states that you see on the screen, including Louisiana and Virginia. Again, the reason I highlight those two is because they've actually got some decent sized populations. However, one of the things that we're going to be looking at very closely is going to be the resurgence of the New York market, the Connecticut market, and one that's really going to need this to grow that we've talked about is going to be the Ohio market. So as we continue to look at that and to have the capability to grow the market, that's where some of the growth is going to continue. So all of that information withstanding, without the addition of any additional states to the market, I still think that there is a lot of room for growth in the particular market. And you can see that with how these companies have gained from a revenue perspective, not just the share price. You can see that across Penn National Gaming as well as DraftKings. So let's take a look at what the DraftKings website looks like. As you can see here on DraftKings, it is incentivizing, it is gamifying the idea of online sports betting, and it's not you against the dealer, it's not you against some unknown force, but it's really making it fun because it's you against your friends, it's you against the stats, and they're gamifying that and using a lot of data to do so. Again, a lot of that data, the thing that we really like about it is that we are utilizing a lot of data from Genius Sports, who we own that SPAC stock that's going to be taking them public. So there's a lot of advantages to utilizing this app, and there's a lot of fun stuff. Again, they talk about, hey, you can win a lot of money, you can win a lot of money, and oh, by the way, I'm having fun. So it ties into a lot of different sports. It's a lot of fun, and I like the idea behind it. I personally am not a user of the company, but at least I recognize them. I always talk about that when you're looking at stocks to invest in, is have you ever actually heard of the company? And DraftKings has done a really good job of marketing themselves. So let's say that maybe you are not interested in actually owning the stock, but you still want to make a play. So I'm going to give you a options trade, and we're going to go into Thinkorswim's paper money trading to do so. So what I have here on the screen is the remnants of the trades I did during my last video 2 months ago, where I sold those cash secured puts that you can see here on the screen, and those don't have an expiration date until the October 15th of 2021. You can see that on the left hand side of your screen. Those are currently up 43.23%. I'm a small time investor who just likes the market. I just want to highlight that this is, again, the paper trading account on TD Ameritrade. So this is not representative of my actual account. I did not casually throw a $20,000 investment here, and I did not have the collateral to hold on to, how many of these did I do? 10, so that would have been a $40,000 collateral secured play. So while I do think that there's advantages to selling cash secured puts, I want to showcase that the stock is not on a downward trend, and I don't think that there's going to be the advantage there. So what the play that I am encouraging you to do, and I may play myself, I don't know, is if you find this helpful, if you think that this is capable, check it out. Again, I'm just some guy on YouTube, so feel free to consult with a financial advisor. But what I've done here on the screen is I've set up a option strategy called a debit spread or a call spread. This could be something that you can do on Robinhood by enabling options and utilizing the buying one option closer to the money and selling one option farther out of the money. In this instance, as you can see through the information I have here, if I set these both to the February 19th, I like the February 19th trade, and I'll show you why here momentarily. But as you can see here on the screen, the stock has been stagnant for the past 3 days. I'm actually going to show you over the past 2 weeks that the stock has been trading in the range that you see here, where it's been going as low as, I'm going to say, this 48 mark and as high as that 54 mark, and it's kind of been blocked. So let's assume that we don't have any other states legalize anything and we don't have any major announcements. I'm still bullish on the overall production capabilities of this company, and so that is why I'm recommending this trade right here. So for $190, which would be the entry price here, as you can see, we now have this opportunity set up in front of us, this red being the downside, this green being the upside. And I apologize that I keep saying that I recommend this. Nothing that you see on this channel is a recommendation. This is just my opinion. So what you see here that is my opinion is that this trade is going to cost you $190, and the upside, which you start, so you will have a win if the stock hits $51.90 on the day of expiration, which is February 19th, with the possible upside of $310. This $310 would be on your initial investment of $190. So that would turn your $190 into a total of $500. However, recognizing that things could change, the stock could go down, you also run the risk of losing your $190 investment. So if you are bullish on the stock, instead of investing a lot of money into the actual stock, I personally like to hold positions of at least 100 shares. Right now, that would be a $5,000 opportunity for DraftKings. As you can see, this is a much lower way to still be bullish on the stock, but have a relatively low cost of entry at the $190 mark that you see here. So there's a lot of opportunity here, and I really like this industry. I really like this play, as well as the fact that I am a holder of a number of online sports betting. So feel free to check this out here. Again, this is the February 19th. We'll see what the stock does tomorrow. This pricing could change, but I like the idea of this at the money debit spread just to showcase some of the other potential that you do have is for that same or a similar price of 140. If the stock price did go up over $60 a share just by doing one standard deviation farther out of the money, as you can see, your now upside is $360 off of an initial investment and potential loss of $140. So this is a company that I am a fan of. This is an industry that I really like where they're going in terms of a great bullish market. And for that reason, I just want to highlight that you can get in with as little as $140 or less and still have the opportunity to make a profit off of that, although it would be using options trading, which is inherently more risky than trading those shares. So just remember, options are designed to expire, shares are not. So thank you for watching today. If you made it this far, if you found this content helpful, please leave a like and subscribe and let me know what plays you're watching or what you think about DraftKings or the online betting industry in general in the comments below. And if you want to be the first to know when we're making trades, when we're making moves, join that Discord in the description. So thank you for your time today, and I will talk to you later. See you, everyone.